Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Go. Hello! Architects of Fate, here you are. Welcome to the Thursday night edition of the Architects of Fate. This is the only Twitch stream, I believe, or at least we self-proclaim to be the only Twitch stream where you, our viewers, can directly impact this game. You can redeem items. Someone drop an items command. You can redeem items from the store to change the game. You can impact players in a good way or a bad way, or even just drop random things in to mess with the GM. You don't have to do that, though. You could mess with the players. Whatever you want to do. It's really cool. Give it a shot. I'm sure someone in chat can explain it to you if you're new to the idea. But tonight's edition of this channel is Bad Horse's Evil League of Evil. This is based in the Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog universe. This is what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris's baby. So look it up if you haven't seen it. It's very funny, and I think it's on YouTube. So we are on the third episode, I think, of this fourth of this series. Our characters are supervillains, and their goal is to become part of Bad Horse's Evil League of Evil. They succeeded and have joined the league as henchmen, and were assigned their first mission. And let's go ahead and introduce them. So we have what do you prefer to be called on Architects of Fate?
You can call me whatever you want.
Ooh,
He's still not coming.
That's a big door you open there. All right. Do you want me? I like calling you Jeff. Can I call you that?
If you want.
Okay, thanks.
You're gonna dox him.
You're the GM.
Right.
Everybody's gonna get doxxed.
Jeff is playing Ron Dannerson. Ron Dannerson is a super villain who uses magic.
He's a villain.
He's super to some. He just needs to build himself up a little bit, have a little more self-confidence, I think. It's a subjective thing, isn't it? So Ron is he likes to dress like an actual sort of birthday party magician, right? Is that correct? That's sort of how he's dressed now, in a fancy tuxedo.
That's not how he views it.
Right. All right. He sees it as fancy. But to others, onlookers, that is how he appears, right?
He's wearing his nice suit. It might be a little damaged, but it's nice.
Great.
And his top hat, his gloves.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us about Ron that, you think everyone should know?
No.
Okay, very good. So moving on, we have Tommy. Castellano, Santino Tommy Castellano, played by our good friend, the Grinded Gear, Billy effing Wildstar.
Hey.
Anything interesting? So Tommy, we're giving a little recap. It's been a while since we were able to stream this. So Tommy's character has a magic Tommy gun. He wears a pinstripe suit. He's a mob type guy, imagine a mob. What's those? The enforcers, right? And
Yeah, from like the 20s.
And his gun is magic, and it can do amazing things. But when he uses it, it takes something from him. And he appears. He covers all of his skin, but when you look through the eye holes, he appears to be ghostly, like Smokey, right? I think that's correct. Cool. Anything interesting you'd like to add that I missed?
No, I think you got it.
All right, and then we have Tim here playing the influencer, One-Eyed Jack.
Yes.
He is a dog, and I'm talking about the influencer.
Woof.
Also, I think Tim's the dog. He appears that way, but I don't want to. You can be whoever you want to be, Tim.
I am who I am.
Yeah, I get it. It's good. You got to be. Yep. So Tim is playing the influencer, who's a dog, and that character has the ability to influence people in a very real way through their minds. He can even speak to them through their minds and have them do other things. He can even, completely deceive them and make himself disappear under an intelligent person's eye.
Yeah.
Anything else I should mention?
No, I think also that I have a secret identity where I am a social media influencer. So I have a whole online persona, and occasionally I will transition between One-Eyed Jack and I will transition between the influencer and One-Eyed Jack, right? Because One-Eyed Jack is my secret identity.
And one who and the influencer wears his eye patch on one side, and One-Eyed Jack wears it on the other side.
Yeah, no one can tell
that they're the same.
No one knows.
I don't know if these guys have noticed.
Oh, they know. I think they've seen me transition once.
But maybe they didn't put it together. So did the influencer ever get their crowd-funded shoulder bazooka? Did I miss that last time? I don't remember that, but that's
not yet.
Let's add that to the note.
I'm going to add that to the notes.
Just otherness.
I like the thing is, though, that I am a 13-pound Jack Russell Terrier. So I like the idea that it's going to be this tiny little bazooka that's adorable.
That is amazing, actually. Oh, God, I love it. Let's see here. Okay.
I think I have telepathy. I think I can manipulate it with telepathy.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we all are neck beards. But none of us are quite as furry as Tim.
Yes.
He gets the award.
Y'all have hair, though. So that's what I don't have.
Yeah, that's true. Yours is hair, isn't it?
No, mine's
still
fur.
Hair? No, it's the same thing. It's just fur because it's on an animal. Mine's fur, right?
Well, let's not get into racial problems here.
Right. We're supposed
I think
to be
we're getting a
games.
little racist. We're getting a little sensitive here.
So Tim is the influencer. We have Tommy Castellano, and we have Ron, the Illusion Man Danderson. These guys were all sent on a mission to collect Ralph Nadar from a hospital for Bad Horse. Bad Horse needs him for his reasons, probably evil in nature. And they're in the hospital now. They have successfully breached the lobby and scared the bejesus out of everybody. They were also intercepted by other supervillains who were assigned the same mission by Bad Horse because he's evil. And he's just pitting them against each other to see which one will be successful. And I believe he warned them that not good things would happen if they failed, right? Something about being a mayor, I think. So, in the process, these other supervillains, we had Dickle, the large pickle man. We have Glacier, who is a living glacier. It's kind of a real original here, I guess. But that's from the chat. But you guys only gave us the names. It was us who were unoriginal and how we delivered them. So you're welcome. And then we have, who else is there? Captain Chef Boyardee. He looks like a chef. And so far, he has spewed hot noodles and sauce from his coat sleeves at them.
Yes, I will confirm that it is.
ice.
I will confirm that it is scalding. It did not cauterize the wounds I have suffered.
Oh, right, exactly. Yes, from Stabby Rabbit, who is the other one there, who is literally a rabbit with a knife. But he's very fast with that knife. So he managed to stab the influencer. Ron helped him into a room just outside of the lobby, entering the first main hallway of the lobby. Mm-hmm. Tommy is standing his ground with his gun against Pickle, Dickle, Stabby Rabbit, Glacier, and the chef. Just want to call out some awesome people in chat real quick. We got Video Game Mermaid here today. Atlas, Just Otherness, Mr. Goliath Man. Who else is here? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. I should stop, acting like that's not good enough. That's great. Thank you guys for being here. Nat's here. Yeah, don't forget Nat's here. Good fun and friends. Shout out
to a lot of
all-stars people here. Yeah, all-stars, man. Welcome. I hope you guys have fun. Hang out for a little while. So, let's go ahead and get started. That means we're actually playing now.
Yeah, okay. So, that's how we know we're playing. Okay.
So here, Tommy,
so.
You're standing your ground. You have your Tommy gun. You just finished firing off at Pickle Dickle. The bullets went right through him, and he seemed to heal effortlessly. He doesn't have any weapons, but he has a large pickle with pickle appendages. And you watched Stabby Rabbit absolutely maul with his knife, or heavily stab the influencer. And Ron carried him into the hallway behind you. You realize that you're actually subconsciously walking backwards with your gun as you're firing, and you're now actually through the threshold of the doorway, and you notice an emergency lock button next to the door, and it's a door that would shut like this directly, like a pocket door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're in the middle of combat still, so what would you like to do?
Can I hit the button and close that shit up?
Yes, you can. Without question, without any issue, you slam the button, the door shuts, and you hear Pickle Dickle go, "Oh, man!" And you hear some clinking against the door from near the ground. Okay. Ron, there's so much blood. That's all you can think about right now, right? Because your hands are covered in blood, and I don't think you like that, right? Maybe I'm wrong about that, but Ron has so much blood.
He likes it.
From carrying this stabbed dog into the hospital room and putting him on the table.
If that's, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to use one of my spells, which is good for cleaning things.
That's nice. I think you've done that before, which is
yeah.
So what'd you like to do? What's Ron going to do now?
I want to unsoil my hands.
Okay. And we're going to give you one extra action. Looking around the room, you see gauze, you see yeah, somehow the influencer has hooked himself up to what is that thing called? The
I got myself up to an EKG.
And you can see his
I've
EKG.
got an ammo bag in my mouth right now.
Helping.
I'm trying to press it.
And you see his pulse is steady, but there's so much blood. You see the gauze. You see large bandages, but they probably immediate look. It looks like they're probably not going to be good enough. So you start to look inwards for what to do next. What's he going to do?
I'm going to die.
Oh, are you hurt, little doggy?
Yeah. I'd say as I lift my arm, like a gout of blood squirts out of the wounds in my chest.
He doesn't
I have
respond.
a surprising
but you
amount
get
of blood for being like a 13-pound dog.
Yeah, you
At least 2 gallons worth here.
Fine. Ron's gonna go get some gauze and stuff it in there.
Okay.
He knows how this works. He's patched a couple bullet holes before.
Very good.
Is
Is that true? Has he patched bullet holes before?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Great. Okay. But this does take some skill because you're not used to doing this on dogs. So let's go ahead and let's do a test here. Give us, unless you're using one of your abilities. Let's see here. I think you can do a lot of stuff with your abilities. I don't know if any of that helps here, but if you're not
you
using the
make balloon
abilities,
animals out of my intestines, what?
I bet he could do that if he wanted to. So
I'm not blowing though.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Anyway, so you're gonna do a brains check for me.
Brains check.
I'm gonna die.
That is it. 16.
16. All right. So, let me just double check something real quick here. Base this game on something real. All right. That's good. Okay, so 16 is real good. Accomplishes this. So you start taking chunks of gauze and shoving it into the open wound. The influencer, you feel things being stuffed inside of you. And then he starts dabbing it up with other bandages, and then he finally throws one over top, and you're still bleeding a little bit, but then his hands sparkle and sparks start flying out of his knuckles. This happens live for you, Ron. Is this surprising to you?
No.
Okay, so the influencer, I think this would be surprising, maybe alarming for you.
Whenever something is pressed inside my body, I get confused and concerned, as most people would.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. And though suddenly you feel a lot better, and you realize you're no longer bleeding when you look down at your belly. You see a bunch of gauze sticking out of your stomach, but he does effectively seem to have fixed the bleeding and alleviated the pain somehow.
Yeah, I like just otherness had an idea.
Some super glue.
Never ending handkerchiefs for the gauze. This takes all the handkerchiefs.
Amazing.
I like the idea that he may have bandaged my legs together too, so I'm just like a little papoose now.
Just wait till I pull the the card out of you later.
All right. That was in there.
I like the bouquet. Where are you going to pull the bouquet out of?
Is there any junior mints in there?
Junior mints, right?
There's that one time you tried to put me in your hat. Which we should try and do, guys. We should try and do that as a gag.
You guys should get a thing going with hats and animals. Since you're the animal.
Pull me up by my ears. I'll kill you.
Okay. So that said, for some reason, Ron to you looks like a female supermodel. Just right now, for some reason, and
okay,
it's confusing. So,
I sniff her. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's your turn, Tim. You're feeling better. Oh, not Tim. Sorry, the influencer is feeling better.
Yep. I had a designated human to talk to. Was it? Oh, it was Tommy. Let me see. Yeah. So is Tommy anywhere nearby?
He is. He's just outside the doorway of the small room you're in. And he just hit the button and shut the door. You guys heard it slam.
Okay. It's going to be the thing of like, oh, this is not going to go well on the photo shoot, and then it just collapse back again.
All right, so you are resting. You are very tired.
Yeah, if there's a way I can do something to, spend an action to recover hit points.
Sure.
Or Actually, I now know I'm in a room. Yeah, I just want to do something where if there's a healing surge or some mechanism
sounds
you
great.
have.
Yep. It's right. It's there. We have it. Don't
Okay.
worry. You're good. Resting makes good sense for you. You just survived a surgery.
I'm gonna
Tommy,
make shitty cracks.
like jokes.
That too.
Okay. So, let's see here. Just Southern says, I think he pulls the gauze out of his sleeves like a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Oh,
that'll be for a later trick if you want to upgrade to medical skill.
Ooh, I like the way that goes. Okay, so Tommy, the door's shut in front of you. You heard the tapping near your feet. You can only guess Stabby Rabbit. Pickle Dickle screamed out. You heard sparks behind you, in the room behind you, and you overhear Pickle Dickle saying, "Go around! Go to the other door! We got to get the Nadar first!" You're no longer in combat. So you can do what you want right now. Turning around, you look down to see there's a long hallway. There's 2 doors on the left. The second door is opened, and you can see Ron there. And you see he's standing in front of a table. You can't see the table from where you are. And looking straight down the hall, you see these 2 doors on the left, and there's a small window in the wall after that, but you can't really see much. At the end of the hall, there's another set of double doors that have slammed shut as well as the ones in front of you. So you are effectively closed in to this hallway for now. And that's all you can see.
Those doors are locked as well?
You could guess as much. You haven't gone down there, and but if you want to go look, you could.
I'd like to go check that.
Okay. So as you walk down the hall, you realize that the window on the left is actually a pharmacy. You see that over top of the window, there's it says the words pharmacy. Looking inside, you see shelves stocked with drugs. Continue into the end of the hall. You get to the door. You try to pull it, I guess. How do you want to test it?
Yeah, I just want to jiggle the handle, see if I can tell.
Sure. So trying to pull the doors apart, you're unable to. So and you notice that there's actually a flashing light above it. And looking back, you notice that there was a flashing light over the door that you came through originally as well. Must have something to do, you guess, with the emergency button you hit.
Okay. Can I take my gun and bust through the window and enter the pharmacy?
Sure. Yep. Yep. Let me see here. Yeah. Let's give that a shot. Go ahead and roll your brawn for me.
Okay.
You see any metformin? Grab it for me. Good stuff.
Ketamine.
What was it?
Metformin.
What is that?
For high blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Or high blood sugar.
Did you say that to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you heard him ask for that medicine as you were walking by.
All right, I'm gonna see if they have some of that good cocaine medicine.
No, not that. That's bad.
I think that's literally the only medication.
I'm from the 20s. It was medicine back then.
Yeah. And also a fountain drink flavoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if they have the what was it called again, Ron? What was that medicine called?
I need my metformin.
Metformin. Okay, and I rolled a 13.
Okay.
And I'm going to see what else is available.
So you go to bang the butt of your gun on the glass, and it bounces off because it's plexiglass. But you notice that they didn't do a great job, and just to the right there is actually some real glass. So you're able to smash that, reach in, and unlock the door right there to the pharmacy. And now you have free access to the pharmacy. There's nobody around for some reason. And this you just now notice this and think it's odd maybe that there's nobody in the hospital, but you guys then you remember that you were firing a Tommy gun in the lobby.
Yeah, I wonder where they all went.
Yeah,
they all went to their safe spaces, these snowflakes.
Fill him with flash paper. That's it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That is brilliant. It's funny. Very good. So in the other room, you guys hear the glass break. Ron, the influencer, also feels One Eye Jack. You you hear the glass as well. Suddenly you feel really good. Really, really good.
Oh, did my ketamine arrive?
And you look down, and the gauze is gone.
What?
Your wound is healed. But then you fall backwards off the table onto the floor. Let's go ahead and roll a... So you can change your status for now, your current health condition, to healthy.
Hold on, I actually fell off the table.
Let's roll a... well, what would you like to do as you feel yourself falling? Do you want to try to do something? Stop yourself from falling, or what are your thoughts?
I'm going to do the most amusing little scramble with my toenails. Because, just I hit the bed and begin falling backward. I back up and I lose my back legs, and then my front legs are just scrambling at the front there. Yeah.
Like really cute.
Yeah, adorable,
sad,
but
adorable, but pathetic.
Doomed.
Okay, right. Okay, so you do scrape futilely at the edge of the table as you go down. Yeah, you land on your back, but you realize that you hit the ground sooner than you expected, and you hear a loud metal clank. That's surprising to you. You fall over from a stop position onto the ground. You now realize there's something stuck to your back, and it's kind of big, but you can't see it.
Okay.
Until you turn your head like that, and then you see there's something metal attached to your back.
Hold on. Now I've got to come up with more costume. There we go. All right.
Okay.
Which is what? I've got a metal thing on my back. Hey, what's this?
You realize it's a large metal thing. It feels like a long pipe on your back.
Well, that's annoying. I'm going to keep walking around in circles trying to bite my tail, to bite it off.
Ron, this draws your attention. You see him spinning on the ground. You also notice there's now a metal, looks like a pipe or a small gun of sorts on his back. Coming out of his back, it's like fur and then metal.
Wait, it just grafted onto me?
And it looks kind of like a rocket launcher.
Is it pointed at the back of
bazooka.
My head by chance?
You think the word bazooka comes to mind, Ron. Oh. And you think it's kind of sad that he's chasing himself around and looks confused. Maybe you feel sad. How do you feel about that? How does Ron feel?
Kind of indifferent.
Any other way?
Not a whole lot of apathy, right? But
the other one. You've got a whole lot of apathy?
No.
Yeah, you do. You don't have empathy.
I have neither.
Okay.
Indifference.
So so Tommy, in the room you're looking for that medication?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
You find it after a little bit of looking. You also seen some painkillers and some sedatives along the way, things you recognize, age-old effective medicines for those purposes. And you're only what do you want to do?
I want to
anything else
take
besides
what I can.
medicine?
Yeah, anything that might be useful.
Okay. You quickly gather two single human doses of sedatives and two bottles of painkillers. You can put those into your inventory. The sedative is in the liquid, so you know to grab a couple syringes while you're at it too.
Nice.
Yep. So I'll leave it to you guys now. What do you want to do?
So you got like a bazooka coming out of you, right?
Oh, what? All right. So is this thing straight up my back?
Mm-hmm. It's coming out of your back.
So basically, it's pointed at my head.
Pointing forward. Imagine Boba Fett's rocket launcher.
Yeah. So I've got to bend way down. So I got to do this
to fire.
Because if I put it in my head like a real dog, it's gone.
Yeah. You're right. You notice
gotta
that when
sniff.
you stick your head up, it actually aims up with your
What?
head, so it doesn't bop into your back of your head. Doesn't bop into.
Oh, you're
it.
taking away one of
And
my
you're like,
best
gosh,
problems.
that is convenient. That's so convenient that it does that, because you would realize you would have hit your head as soon as you lean back if it was
Yeah,
stationary.
I got some Guyver shit going on here, people. Yeah, all right. So I'm back. I'm up. I'm alert. I don't know how I was healed, but that's cool. And you guys are both at the pharmacy?
Ron's right next to you.
Ron's next to me?
In that room.
Okay.
There's still a lot of blood, except for he's
I
clean.
think he cleaned it up. I think it was one of his magic tricks.
On himself.
Oh, was it himself?
Or did you clean everything, or was it just yourself? I thought it was just yourself.
Oh, it was just myself. I mean,
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
going
know
to
how you
slip
felt.
around in the blood for a minute, and then I'm going to get it's already a linoleum floor, so we already know I've got a problem. Yeah, I'm tapping around, and it's like slip. So yeah, that's funny. And what I'm going to do is use my telepathy, because I think I can only talk directly to Tommy. I can only talk human when Tommy's around, and it's going to be. Where's my voice for this?
Find Ralph Nadar.
You hear that in your head,
Sure.
Ron, but you don't know where it's
So I
coming
stare
from.
pointedly at you
It
while we
doesn't-
do that. While I do this, as I slip.
You notice the dog falls in his own blood. Is now this whole side of him is covered in blood, his own blood. The other side is surprisingly clean. You don't understand that. And the gun is pointed at you, and he's looking at you.
oh,
Ron or me?
Oh no, at Ron.
Ron.
You're still in the other room.
So I gotta figure out where Ron is from this. Okay, Ron's here.
every time he points the bazooka at me, I'm gonna shift slightly to the left. Hey, I just came in with a raid.
Oh,
The
hey,
Hey, V.
my Ventar.
the-
Thanks, man. Appreciate that raid. Isn't there a thing we do as a channel? Don't we like something cool?
Yeah.
No?
You just did it.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing we do. Evening.
That was excellent.
uh,
Welcome.
welcome indeed. Okay, so you heard him say, "Find Ralph Nadar" in a spooky voice. Well, you heard a spooky voice say that.
Find
At this
Ralph
point, Tommy comes
Nadar.
back into the room with pills and syringes. He's sticking into his black pocket, and he's holding a bottle of pills
Hey,
that he extends
careful
his
with
arm
the-
out to you.
Careful with those syringes. They're sharp.
Tommy, at this point, you notice the dog is on the ground and okay.
You heard
And
that
except
right.
he has a bazooka sticking out of his back.
Yeah,
small
we're
one.
trying to capture Ralph Nadar.
Yes, it is. It is indeed the Chevy Corvair Ralph Nadar.
Oh,
We've
yes.
been having history lessons, and we're hoping to encounter Mimi Eisenhower. Eventually,
one day.
she is on the redeem list.
She is. Is she?
Yes, she is now.
Oh my god. Oh.
She was in cast chat.
Someone drop the items command. Show these guys what they can redeem and mess up our game. So Tim,
Yes.
yeah. No, sorry. The influencer has the gun
Yes.
on his back. Ron's there. He's looking spiffy, looking around confused, like he heard a voice and he's trying to figure out where it came from.
I think we should find Ralph Nadar.
Yes. Yeah, that was what part of it is like minor hypnosis.
I'm not a child.
Tommy, he said to you. we
I'm
should
trying to
find,
scramble up. Is Tommy back
Ralph
in the
Nadar.
room?
Tommy's in the room.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tommy, we
Find
gotta
out.
find
Back on
Ralph
your feet.
Nadar. Again, also
Yeah,
pick me
find
up
him.
and wipe the blood off.
I think the blood's already
Is
gone.
it, so
isn't
you
it?
said that
Well, I
out
can
loud,
say that
right?
to I can say that to Tommy.
Only
Yeah,
he can
because
hear
we're using what you'd call Wookiee rules, where there's
Oh,
a
got
one
it.
person Chewbacca can talk to for most
Got
of the
it.
movie.
Right,
yeah,
right. And he sounds like barking.
yeah.
to
Everyone
everyone
else is barking,
but to Tommy.
and
Here's the word.
as long
Got it.
as like my person is present, I can relay through them if they're willing.
All right, let's find
Oh
Nader.
God.
All right. Well, let's get out.
I know, look at the chat.
Oh, I want this redeem.
Kevlar Thunder shirt. These things like. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh, I have just otherness. I do have minor telekinesis, so I can manipulate some objects to reload. But that's it because I am a dog.
You posted all that last episode? I did give him the bazooka. I missed all of that. That's intense. Okay, I'm excited to redeem that for him. And in that fashion.
It's going to be weird because how am I going to change these clothes when I go back to my secret identity?
Right, that's going to be a challenge.
Oh, maybe they can be color coordinated because I have two collars.
Cool. I have an idea.
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay. So, yep, you're all in the same room. He said, let's go.
So
let's
good,
go
Ralph
find
Nader.
Nadar.
Where do those guys go? I've got a score to settle with that rabbit. Or you've got a score to settle for that rabbit.
Tom, you hear all that? It sounds like barking to Ron.
All right, we need to go figure this out. Can you smell him?
I smell a lot of blood. Yeah, I could make a scent roll.
Wait.
Or are you asking?
talking to me?
Yeah, were you
I'm
asking
asking
Ron?
the influencer if he can
Oh,
smell
okay.
Ralph
Who
Nader.
the
If he
fuck's
can,
the influencer?
that
That
guy.
would be the character you've been playing with for the last 3 sessions.
You mean the
No,
dog?
he was in
He always
character.
disappears when that other one's gone. I don't know what the deal is, but that's him. Don't get him confused with the other one.
Yeah, the other
I
one
thought-
is
I
One-Eyed
thought-
Jack.
I thought you had 2 pets running around here.
I think we do.
Hmm.
He's shifty, man.
I was wondering why you didn't care you got shot. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I got 2 dogs for a reason.
I thought it was like the backup dog. I don't know. What the fuck?
There's been a lot going on.
So I'm gonna
right,
I'm gonna
Chris,
start sniffing around and sniff near the nurse's desk. And the name Ralph Nader probably has a smell to it on a computer terminal.
So look specific around the nurse's desk, trying to find a smell on the computer terminal of Ralph Nader specifically. You just cannot break away from the overwhelming smell of Pickle. The Pickle smell is no longer coming from out the hall and under the door anymore. It seems to be coming from the left end of the hall,
Ah,
down past the pharmacy.
okay. It's time to go all Iowa State Fair on the Pickle. He's down the hall. I'm gonna do the pointer dog thing.
I think he thinks there's something down that way. Let's get our weapons ready.
Yeah, I've got to figure out if I'm making this work.
I
Yeah.
pull out my my Nokia 3301 and ready it for action.
Is that a flip phone?
No, it's the
Flip that?
brick.
Oh, the brick.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Oh, right. Yes.
It's the only weapon I have.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll. Yeah, I'll get down off the nurse. She had granola. I'm gonna spend a second on the keyboard and lick out the granola in between the keys.
Yep.
And
Next, as you're doing that and you've licked all the keys, you look to the right and you actually see a half-eaten granola bar still partially in the wrapper, not quite finished.
what do I need to resist that?
Oh, are you trying to resist it?
I've got to.
The urge
I've
to
got to go
eat
kill
the
Pickle
granola bar?
Rick. So
I think you have time to eat it or take it on the road.
okay, I'll just go over, grab it, jump down, and head toward wherever I smell the pickle from.
Great. So he goes out the door. What are you guys going to do as he goes out the door with the granola bar in his mouth?
I'm gonna follow him, catch up to him.
I'll also follow it.
Okay. So you guys follow him down the hall. He reaches the end of the hall, and he looks at you guys because the door's shut.
I want to open the door for him.
Okay. You can't open it. It's locked shut, locked tight.
I'd like to
Despite
use
your efforts.
I like to use thaumaturgy, which I can cause the door to open.
What does it do again? I'm sorry.
It's it can cause an unlocked door to fly open.
Cool. All right. So you need a D6 for that. And let's say you're going to use that. We're going to use, yeah. see. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d6, and we'll decide where it lands. If you hit a 6, you get to explode.
2.
So don't forget that. Okay. All right. So you attempt to use your magic, but the door shakes a little bit in its hinges, but otherwise doesn't open.
I must have used all my magic power healing the influencer. Phew. I'm tapped out for a minute, guys. So you guys better handle this one. Woo!
What is the door made of?
Oh, it's just it's a metal door. It has 2 plexiglass windows in each door. Imagine the back of a like a ambulance. Those doors, those double doors, but they're pocket doors that connect in the middle.
Does it have one of those like handicap panels like hospitals always have, where you can so they can get through with the stretcher, where you push the thing and it opens?
You do. It does have that.
Push the button.
Okay, you push the button and it doesn't.
Yeah, I think when the door's locked, the button doesn't unlock it.
You do see the another emergency button next to the door, though.
All right, let's hit that one while we're at it.
The light's still flashing. All right, you hit it, and the door opens back up, and you hear behind you the doors at the end of the hall also opened up.
I loosened them.
Ron's the first one to turn around and look backwards and see that there's no one in the lobby anymore. But there is a lot of blood still out there, and some green slime that you can see. As the doors in front of you open, you see straight ahead, there's another door not too far in front of you that has the word stairs over it. And then that as you come through the door, it bears to the left, and there's another hallway going down to the left. As you poke your heads around the corner, easily enough, you see another door just down the hall from the stairs door, and these are elevator doors. It's obvious it's an elevator. And then just down the hall a little further, the walls open up into a room that you can't really see, but it looks like you can just walk into that area if you want. It's kind of like an alcove. And straight ahead, you see another set of double doors at the end of that hall. And those are also open, and you can see that the hall bears around to the left. So imagine the whole thing's like a U, okay? Connects to the lobby on one side, you around to the other side. You guys are in the top corner by the stairs. And the elevator's there as well. You smell...
Where do I smell?
Pickle,
where's
Dickle.
Pickle? Where'd Dickle go?
He's coming. His smell's coming from the stairs.
Better take the elevator, head him off.
Yep.
I'll press the button.
So Ron, you go over and press the button. Okay. The elevator arrives.
Quickly.
Let's get on the elevator.
Okay. All right. Everyone's getting on. So you all get on the elevator. There are 7 floors in the hospital.
Where's the elevator
According to
operator?
the buttons.
Yes, that's true. I don't know. You don't know what the buttons are. They're very confusing. I am also. I hate to say, I am innumerate. I do not understand what
you don't know what
numbers
are. Got it.
I'm just going to push all the buttons.
Okay. So Tommy pushes all the buttons.
Good plan. We'll be sure to hit his floor now.
The door's shut, and you go up 1 floor, and it dings, and the doors open, and you see a wall in front of you and a hallway. If you look out, it looks very much like.
Okay, I'm going to smell. Hold the doors. I'm going to step out in front of into the middle of the doors, and I hope to God that they actually hold them. And I'm going to make a smell to see if anybody's on the floor.
So smelling, you smell Pickle Dickle, but he's still very faint.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back into the elevator and turn around twice.
Okay, and then the door's shut. It goes up now to the 2nd floor. Ding, door's open.
Okay, walk out a little bit. Do a bit of a smell.
Okay. Good. All right, so you walk out of the elevator and you smell Pickle Dickle very strongly now. To the right, it's similar to when you look out of the elevator. It's similar to the other one, where there's a hallway that goes down to the other corner, and there's an open alcove just beyond the elevator wall here that you'd have to look around if you want to see what's in there. And there's a set of double doors at the end of the hall, but these are shut. And then to the left of you, when you look out of the elevator, because just a wall in front of you, and you're walking into a hallway. So the left is another set of doors, double doors, like the ones you walked through. That separated the stair section from the elevators. That's just like you saw on the first floor, but this one's shut, and the lights are flashing red, like they were on the bottom floor. You smell Pickle Dickle very strong.
Are there square plastic things on the wall that have squiggly things on them?
Like art?
Well, I should know this, but like writing.
Signage.
Yes. I don't know what that is,
like
but I'm sure you humans do.
Yeah. Yep. There are words written on a sign by the door that's shut. Yeah. They're small words, letters.
Are they the best words?
You think they're called? They look nice to you. You think?
The Ralph Nadar wing.
And then looking down the right at the end of the hall, you see there are more words, and there's a small sign hanging from the ceiling that has some words on it.
I'm going to stare at the sign pointedly and assume that somebody will figure this out.
I have extreme nearsightedness, so I can't see it.
So you guys all walk into the hallway. Everything looks pretty blurry to you, Ron, except for everybody who's really close to you. Everything about 15 feet beyond is blurry. Is that
beyond 30 feet is complete blur?
30 feet. So it's pretty blurry. About 15 feet, completely blurry. At 30, you can't see the end of the hall. You see the dog looking at something.
I was going to look at any of the signs.
Just the hallway.
Like the one right across the right across the hallway from the entrance of the elevator, I presume would be within 3 feet. So his visual range somebody should be able to read it.
Yep. So Tommy, you see the dog looking at
unless
that.
Tommy doesn't know.
Read these signs, simple enough. Tommy reads the words. He quickly reads. Sees it says numbers. It says rooms 106 through 114, and it's an arrow pointing towards the closed door. Looking out the end of the door, you see a small sign hanging from the ceiling. It says cafe. And you don't see any other words. You see the closed doors at the end of the other hall and the open alcove right where the sign that says cafe is. So you take a guesstimate that it's a cafe in that alcove.
Okay.
Ron's looking around, not really reacting to anything, almost like he sees everything from up in the wall. The influencer is just looking at that one sign. Really,
you mentioned a blinky light?
Yeah, over the door, the red, like it's.
Okay, all I want to know is which one of us is now suddenly epileptic, because I'm just waiting for that.
Are any of you guys epileptic?
No, I have a lot of falls, but that's not.
I was just like nearsighted.
That's level 2.
We're gonna get some Andromeda strange shit going on here. I will go near the flashy light. I'll just since you've looked at you've done a thing, and I'm gonna ask, did one of those say Ralph Nadar?
Ron, you hear barking. You hear that clearly. He asks if any of the signs say Ralph Nadar.
There's a cafe.
Well, that's where food is.
That is where food is.
But I've got this. I've just choked to death. So hold on. Okay. So I still have my granola bar. So I'm fine. I'm good. I'm gonna carry it down toward the flashing light.
Okay, so you're going to the one at the end of the hall. Yeah,
I'm gonna follow.
You see
God
to your.
help us.
Okay, you're following. Ron, you following too?
Yes.
Great. Skate Tech, what's up? Bad cough. Are you feeling okay there, Tim?
Just don't look up the news on influenza in kennels. Apparently, we're headed for a Planet of the Apes moment here. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh no. So you all follow the dog, the influencer. As he goes into the cafe, you guys see there are some small tables that are bolted to the ground with benches that are bolted to the ground. You see a small counter, and behind it is another counter. The front counter has a register. One behind it has a hot dog, spinner, a popcorn machine. Kind of stuff you normally find at hospitals.
Are there any hot dogs?
Goddamn popcorn.
There are hot dogs spinning on the spinner,
there's also a cigarette machine.
Right, exactly.
This would be the perfect 1920s hospital. You should say, "Hey, where's the cigarette machine?"
I know, right?
I'm gonna take a hot dog.
Okay. Looking around, you don't see any buns immediately.
I'm gonna search for buns.
There is a hot dog there, though. Okay, looking around, you guys see him scrummaging for buns.
Oh no,
What are
I'm
you guys
looking at the hot dog. I have no other thoughts in my head at this moment. I'm looking at the hot dog,
So
and
the
then I'm
dog's
looking
very
at the
close, looking up,
and I'm looking at the
hot
warming
dogs.
tray, probably under the hot dog roaster. I'm looking at the warming tray,
Mhm.
and I'm looking up at you. I'm looking at the warming tray.
You
I'm
want a
looking
hot
up
dog?
at you. Oh God,
He wants
yes.
the hot-
All right,
He
I'm
wants
gonna
the
get him a
hot
hot
juice.
dog.
All right, so you also don't immediately see the buns, but you guys both notice him looking at a tray underneath the hot dog machine that you can pull out.
I'm gonna warm him up a dog.
So
Dog for the dog.
okay, so yeah, you put two and two together. You grab a bun before Ron can grab a bun, and you put a hot dog in there. Ron, he's still in the way, so you can't get a hot dog yet. What are you gonna do with the hot dog
I'm
now?
gonna
You have
break it up and give it to him.
Okay.
Okay, I'm on my back legs.
Great. You stand up on your back legs. You fall back again.
Onto the
from
bazooka.
The extra weight. Yeah.
All right, so
from the bazooka.
clang.
Yeah. Onto it. Clang. Yes.
No, dog. You don't need to do any tricks. Just eat it.
I get up, I roll over, get up, scramble, slip on the linoleum, and I start just literally wolfing down the hot dog pieces.
Ron, you see this all happening and just can't help but think he's in the way. You still haven't got a hot dog.
You want a hot dog too, man?
Yeah.
All right, they're right
Kind of my
there.
idea.
You're never getting to Ralph Nadar.
What if we bring one to Ralph?
He famously loves hot dogs.
At this, you guys hear a clamoring sound. It seems to be coming from outside the alcove and just beyond those doors that are at the just beyond the alcove. As you approached into the cafe, you noticed that rooms. There was a sign on the door by those closing doors that said rooms 116 to 118 and nurses station, and it's pointed that way through the door. You guys hear clamor on the other side of the door. You're still enjoying your hot dogs, but you hear the clamoring. The smell of pickle is intensely strong for you now.
Can wait? I'm gonna ask Billy. Can you smell? Or not Billy? Tommy. Can you smell that? That
Like
briny smell.
Yeah.
It's either the oh God, Mariner, the Mariner, or it's Pickle Dickle. And then there's Rufus back there. Hi, Rufus. It's a little blurry. This is exactly how Tubi sees or Ron sees things.
That's investigate.
Okay.
Both are accurate.
Okay, you get to the closed doors. You see the button again. Looking through the windows, you now see Pickle Dickle actively fighting somebody, but you can't see who.
Ralph Nadar, fascinatingly a hidden secret ninja. 95 years old.
as you look closer, it looks like a guy in a postman outfit. But Pickle Dickle has landed on top of him now, and he's pinned him down.
The mailman?
Yeah, he looks kind of like a mailman. Mm-hmm.
Shit, he got Mr. McFeely.
Is Tim Horton freaking out?
Tim just smells.
Well, I smell pickles,
really
but I can't see anything through the door. I'm here at your ankles. I'm gonna smell under the door if the door is has a little crack in it.
Mm-hmm. It does, and you can smell pickle intensely through there.
I could probably hear like scuffle and like, oh, there's excitement over there, and I start scratching at the floor.
Ron comes to the door last. He's got his hot dog in hand.
So,
does anyone recognize that? I don't want to say that word out loud. The person who delivers the mail.
Oh God. Would I recognize the smell of a postal uniform?
Not this one. You do smell paper, though. It smells like letters.
Oh shit! The gum of a stamp.
Uh-oh.
Junk mail.
I have something prepared just for this. I'm going to use prestidigitation to flavor 1 cubic feet of non-living material as peanut butter.
As peanut butter? Great.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna flavor the floor in front of the influencer as peanut butter.
Why do you
So it's
hate me?
distracting.
Why do you hate me so?
Yeah, that's easy for you. Yeah, I think it's an easy one for you. Yeah, it's a D. So yeah, roll a D6 for me. Get anything other than a 1. Okay.
You're asking a lot. 1.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
I told you you're asking a lot.
Okay. So you go to make the floor smell like peanut butter. Instead, you make the entire door smell like peanut butter, and it smells like peanut butter to everyone, not just him.
Well.
This is pretty intense for you. You like peanut butter, don't you?
I've eaten my fair share of it,
Influencer.
but gentlemen don't talk about that.
It now overpowers the smell of pickle.
Yeah, I'm
Still
like
smell
trying
pickle,
to sniff the entire door and will attempt to kind of take tentative licks to find the peanut butter. So I'll go up and down the door.
All right, so he's licking the door. Tommy, you see the button to open the door. You see the mailman struggling in there. Pickle's now screaming in this guy's face. You hear the screaming of Pickle Dickle through the door. You can't really see through Tommy, though, what's going on the other side of the door. Ron.
All right. Well, I'll just listen.
Okay. Anything from you, Tommy?
No, I'm trying to ascertain who the Pickle Dickle is fighting. Whether they are friend or foe, or they could just be cannon fodder.
Okay. So as you wait there, the doors in front of you suddenly open, and the light overhead stops flashing. And you hear behind you a laugh, like this, ha 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 ha! And in front of you now, Pickle Dickle is right in front of you on the floor, pinning down this postman. And he looks up and sees you there and says, "Ah, you!" And the mailman takes this opportunity to kick Pickle Dickle in his stomach region and knock him off of him. And starts to get to his feet. You notice that behind you, the laughing was from Captain Chef Boyardee, and he has his sleeve holes pointed at you. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative, we're going to give us a swiftness roll, each of you.
Oh God. T8. All right, hold on. La 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 la.
Ooh, 1.
T8. There.
I got a max roll.
I got a 1.
What was your max roll there? 8. Okay.
I got a 3 according to the. Oh no! Did I roll?
Okay.
I don't think I rolled. Oh.
Okay. One moment. Pause. Someone's singing me a song or something. Yeah. Looking for my dice.
Oh,
Hang
there
on.
they are.
All right. I'm just going to use the dice and roll in front of you guys. I hate to do that, though. It's against my better judgment. Okay. Fine. We're just going to do that. I'm ill prepared.
I may have rolled
All
a
right,
whole lot because I didn't know where I was.
You didn't know what your swiftness
I knew
was?
what it was. I'm rolling in roll 20, and I clicked, but I wasn't seeing chat. So my very first D8 roll is a 6.
6. Okay. Yeah, you rolled a 6, and that was on a D8.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So.
Sorry. Yeah, that's all.
Influencer. Got it. 6. Great. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this D6 3 times. 1. 2. 3. Okay.
Oh, please let me not get fried
Okay.
by SpaghettiOs.
Ravioli.
Uh-oh.
And got it. Okay. Great. The influencer, your first act.
What? You're kidding me.
You see the doors have opened and opened in front of you, and went into the pockets. You saw all this happen, and you recognize first and foremost that the peanut butter doors are now inside the pockets and out of reach.
Okay. And I see the mailman?
Yep, he's directly in front of you, getting up to his feet. Dickle has been knocked backwards, knocked off, and he's on the ground, also trying to get to his feet. Behind you is Captain Chef Boyardee.
Okay.
At the end of
what did we figure out what my self-control roll was?
for being able to resist things.
Was it confidence or
I would say maturity.
D10? Okay. My initial instinct is to attack the mailman. Or to bark at him
Very
at
well.
least like crazy, but I also know Pickle Dickle is an enemy. I rolled a 2.
He's a fellow villain in Bad Horses.
Well, yeah,
Wizards,
but he's also
Evil, Evil, but you
he's
are competing
competition,
against
so
Joker.
yeah, he's
And
an enemy.
Yeah.
And
he has been a dick.
I rolled a 2. I feel like that's probably going to make me succumb to barking at the mailman.
Okay. So, yep, you definitely feel an overwhelming urge to at least bark at the whaleman.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. So let's go ahead and just say that you go into a rage and a frenzy and you go to bite him.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad roll.
But the urge is so intense that before your body starts to react to that urge, the bazooka on your back goes off. You're not sure why or how it happened, but it has now gone off and in the direction of the area in between the postman and.
Well, I figure I'm
Dickle.
just hopping around barking, so it's gonna hopefully not aim very well.
So let's go ahead. Yep. So it flies directly into the wall very quickly and explodes. There is fire. It's a small fiery explosion. So you get knocked back a little bit. And let's go ahead and roll a swiftness check for you, Tommy, and Ron, who are all relatively close to each other.
Well, I rolled a 1. Time for more gauze.
You said swiftness roll?
12.
Nice.
Go ahead and explode that, Tommy.
You can explode that.
Roll
Yeah.
again. Yep.
2.
Okay. Tim, that's your 1?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dude. Go ahead and give me another roll there, Tommy. You explode
Another
that one.
D12?
That die explodes. Yep.
11.
You are on fire. And probably statistically after my roll, so am I.
Wow. Okay. Wait, hang on. I got to write this thing down.
Bazookas take time to get used to. This is why Batman does not use guns.
Largest wood saw.
What?
A wood saw. Wow. Okay.
What
Okay,
did Chad
got it.
just do
Okay.
to us?
There's another item redeemed, and this one's for
It's
Ron.
going to turn into the beginning of Ghost Ship.
Oh, it's going to be the wood saw is like that 2-person stage saw, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, the one that.
Yep.
Yeah, got it. Oh, wood
yeah,
saw.
It's
used
a
for
wood
cutting
saw. Yeah,
wood,
it's
like
a big
log,
saw
like a
for
log.
the
Got
cut a
it.
lady
Now
in
it makes
half.
more sense.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah,
cool.
Chris, it's
Okay.
definitely not a saw made of wood.
I was thinking. I was like, that's so weird. Like, why would you? That would be the most ineffective saw ever. Okay, so it explodes. What did you roll? Wow, Tommy. Tommy, you were so successful at that reaction. You have a free action to do something right now. You see the explosion come out of the bazooka in the influencer. He's flying backwards. Well, he initially flew back and then rolled backwards, and worse is happening to him as live action. Ron rolled a 2. Okay, so Ron is seemingly unaware of what's happening, and is starting to be pushed back by the force of the explosion. The fire blocks your view of the postman and Dickle. This is all happening so fast for you. You're able to think clearly and observe all this and act. What do you want to do?
What's the status of the chef and mailman and Dickle?
The chef is still way behind you, at the end of the hall, the other set of doors by the elevator and stairs. Directly in front of you, the bloom has grown, and you can't see Dickle or postman clearly. They're still in their same sort of position. It's still seemingly in the act of standing up, but you can't really see very clearly. It's just fire, and you have a chance to react and do something. You see the dog going past you. You see Ron starting to get knocked back.
All right, I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer and see if I can see anybody out in the hall. Or is it just like way too fiery and smoky?
So you'd have to go into the fire to be able to look down the hall to the left. Behind you is the chef at the end of the hall behind you. He's maybe 30
All right,
feet
then
or
I'm
so.
going to start charging at the chef and firing.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's make some marks here. I don't lose track of where people are. Okay. So you're just gonna let the dog roll and Ron go and go down the hall towards start walking, and you already have your weapon drawn, presumably, right? Because you readied your weapon last time. You're able. So we see who's next to act. Okay, so you're not next to act, but you are able to take a couple steps. And actually get ahead of the explosion behind you and your two compatriots flying with you as you're walking that direction. The dog, of course, is rolling more towards the ground. The fire doesn't seem to bother you. Ron, you are definitely unable to avoid this. You are flying backwards. And have lost balance. And you're midair. Same thing with you. The influencer, you are midair on the ground, rolling backwards away from the explosion. Both of you are feeling the pain of burns. So you can put your condition as burnt. For now on your sheet.
Did I change it from hurting to burnt or just hurting/burnt?
Hurting, comma, burnt.
Hurting, semicolon.
Comma, burnt. Yeah, semicolon's good. Great. Okay. The explosion starts to clear, and Ron lands on the ground.
Ow.
And the influencer lands about 10 feet down the hall. Feeling burnt and hurting. You should have hurting on your sheet as well.
Oh, yeah, hurting now too?
Okay. Yeah, you're hurting.
I'm not a hurting dog. I'm not a hurting breed.
Hurt with a T.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, gotcha.
Okay. And
racist.
Pickle Dickle is now clear to Ron and the influencer from the ground when they observe, as they're observing, they can see Pickle Dickle is now, after being knocked against the wall, is up on his feet, and he is looking confused and scared now, and runs backwards away from the explosion area down the hall that you can't see. So you do see the postman in front of you now. Everybody, where he was, he's now standing, and he's taking letters out of his bag. All right. So Ron, your turn. You're on the ground and prone. You notice Pickle Dickle ran down the hall. Postman standing. You're hurt and burnt. Tommy's walked past you just now with his gun drawn. Influencer's on the ground next to you. Nearby, arm's reach.
How burned am I?
Your hands are burnt, and your face is feeling burnt, but not as bad as your hands. And your cape has half burnt away.
Ridiculous. Take hours to fix.
The bottom half, so you have like a short little flappy cape just below your shoulder blades.
It'd be a lot harder. It'd be a lot weirder if the top part burnt away and the bottom was there.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Just floating.
Falls to the floor.
Magic.
Illusions.
Oh yeah, you should actually say cape rip off Doctor Strange and see what happens.
How far away are these guys?
The postman is directly in front of you, about 15 feet now. Behind you, about 30 or 40 feet, is the chef. At the other end of the hall.
All right. Do they have any weapons drawn?
The postman is now wielding letters, and that he is drawn from his bag, and the chef has his sleeves, his chef coat sleeves pointed at you guys. This is how he fires his sauce, as you remember. His scalding hot sauce, noodles, and meat.
I'd like to draw my retractable fly fishing rod.
Okay.
And use it to cast a hook, trying to grapple the back of the chef's jacket and pull it over his head.
Okay. Great.
I'm an expert angler, by the way. Sorry, I forgot the.
Yeah, that is your skill. Let me just take a look at your sheet and
What
decide how I want to handle
this. What the fresh heck is going on with your theme, sir?
Okay. So
themes are not a thing, huh?
Well, when you grow up in Kirtland, Ohio, there's not a lot of things to do.
That's true.
True.
Oh, I wonder if you should do magical, like your like how Doug Henning is all about, amazement, and Chris Angel is all about BDSM and cringe. If you'd actually like fishing themed magician.
No, it's just on the side. But
shit goes into your hip waders.
But it is retractable, so it does kind of come out like a little magic wand.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, you pull out your fishing rod and you prepare to cast it. You remember you had a fly fishing lure already attached, ready to go, just in case. You never know when you're driving along, you might need to catch fish.
As you do.
You're gonna roll your D6 for your maturity check. I think it's D6 for you, right?
Yep.
Appalachian magicians do have bite. It's true. What'd you get? A 2?
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay, go ahead. D6. Hopefully.
Oh God.
Been decent here. Okay. Wow. All right. So
Tonight is the night.
So you cast your rod, and it hooks pretty securely into
Damn.
Tommy's neck.
Ah!
You're now attached to Tommy's neck, the outer edge. You have another action you can take. Go ahead if you want, or you can hold it.
I'll use my. Can I use my second action to unhook him?
Yeah, you have to walk towards him and unhook him, but yes, you can. So you walk towards him and unhook, remove the hook from him. It takes a little work. Tommy, as you feel him, you feel the pain. You don't know what it is. Do you react in any way to that when it happens?
Yeah, I just like shout out, like "Ow!"
Don't worry, I'll cover your back. They're attacking.
And then you feel him come up and touch your shoulder. You can somehow sense it's him. It's a familiar touch.
Or it's a good touch.
It's a invisible touch.
It's a healthy man touch.
He goes to remove the thing on your neck. It does hurt when he touches it. Do you want to do anything, or you want to let him?
No, just let him remove it.
Okay, so he removes it.
My sweaty palms are usually found to be quite soothing.
Quit your day job.
All right, good. That's beautiful. All that happens in that amount of time. Now, the postman. Ron and Tommy are now facing away. The postman assesses the situation. He's holding his letter. He sees the influencer on the ground. He stands ready, but doesn't act. Just looks on. Okay. Then the chef, at the end of the hall, fires his sauce arms in the direction of Tommy and Ron. The influencer's a little farther away, but still same direction. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, he's going to roll. This. Here we go. Wow. Okay, so he goes to fire his sauce sleeves. But as one of them starts to fire, his hat shakes loose. And it shakes just loose enough that it falls off of his head. And when it does, his shirt, his jacket disappears. And nothing comes out, and he's bare-chested. Pretty hairy. Just looks like a middle-aged dude. No hat, balding on top, pretty hairy belly, like mine. So, looking.
When did this become a GM self-insert? When did you wish to shoot sauce from your hands?
God!
He is Italian.
He is Italian.
Okay, so that's his turn. It didn't go well for him when he tried to shoot you. Okay, Tommy, you watch this happen. His hat fell off. His shirt disappeared. He looks confused and sad. What you want to do?
Fire on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your. You have an ability, right? Do you have a dice established for that ability?
Let's
see here. We got.
Says D6 passive, unlimited ammo.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll a D6.
6.
Okay. Give me a second here. He's gonna roll his swiftness, which isn't very good for him. All right. He gets a 3. You said you rolled a 6? Good. Your bullets go right through his chest. He is very apparently human. He falls to the ground dead. So far as you can tell. Thud.
Does he bleed sauce?
He is bleeding. You're not sure if it's sauce or blood. You wonder.
I'd like it better if it were Alfredo sauce and we're playing Alien and he was the replicant. He's a replicant. It's Alfredo sauce.
Thud. All right, so you have another action.
All right. Is Pickle Dickle in range?
Pickle Dickle is you turn around, Pickle Dickle's gone. It's just the postman standing down there. Ron's right behind you, surprisingly close, and the influencer is on the ground still behind you.
I like how you keep reminding everybody that I am here in need of help, and everyone's like, nope.
Well, we can't help you until we eliminate the threat.
Oh, no, I agree. I just think it's fun that the GM just keeps trying, like, to suggest, hey, what about the influencer? Like,
just mentioning. So
I'm just down here singed.
Picture. Yep,
I've got the cartoon cigar blown up in my face look right now.
Exactly. Feeling like this is a great day for you.
Yeah, it's been a day.
It's been a day. Yep. The only thing you see at the end of the hall now is that postman, and he's looking very defensive, holding a defensive stance with his hand in his bag.
All right.
Looking at you.
I'm gonna fire on him.
Okay.
The fuck.
Yeah, go ahead and fire. Roll your d6 again.
5.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So he rolls higher than you, succeeds in dodging your bullets for now. He deftly jumps off the wall like a ninja behind him. Still lands on the ground, not too far away from where he jumped off the wall. It seems a little excessive, but very swift. You get the feeling. Okay. Influencer, you now get 2 actions. You're on the ground, hurting and burnt, feeling maybe a little ignored. You see the postman just did some crazy jumping. Let's go ahead and roll and see if you're still raged, though, because you were pretty raged before. You feel that pretty dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Let me see. That's maturity. Yes, I've declared its maturity, whether you said it is or not. Boop. I got an 8.
Okay, great. You feel less out of control. You still hate him. Not sure why, but you do have control over your choices here.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remember the fact that every letter carrier I have ever encountered has actually given me a treat. Because that's what they do nowadays. Because it's not better. The 50s anymore.
About him.
So what I'm going to do is try and write myself.
You're able to do so without much trouble.
Too much trouble. All right. Does that count as an action, or does that count as like just?
Because you were prone. That's one of your actions.
That's one of my actions. And then, okay, team, I'm torn. I can use enhancing presence to make him skip his next turn, or I can talk to him.
Better use the enhancing presence.
Okay, see what.
Okay, make him skip his next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take him out.
All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, which I have a bad feeling this was the wrongest move ever.
Which means it'll be. The best
I'm going
move.
to use. Yeah, I'm going to use enhancing presence. To take away the postman's turn. Okay. It's a D12.
Okay.
I have no idea if this will do what this will do. Boop. Oh, it's a 3. That didn't go well.
Well, we're going to see how well he resists.
Oh,
he fails.
You're shitting me. He did it too.
Good. So he does. So you use
it's not a cold dice.
You get a good strong feeling that worked. You have another action though.
Oh, I thought that writing myself was an action.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yep, thank you.
Yep, that's okay. I would love the extra action, but I'm gonna be a gentleman about this.
All right, Ron, your turn. Yep. Postman looks distracted now, not as focused on you as he was before. And you can see the influencers on his feet. Tommy's just fired his gun right next to you. in the direction of the
How
postman.
far away is the postman?
He's from now. He for where you are. He's about 20 feet in front of you.
I can get over there.
This turn, you can get almost there with your first action. If you want to use both your actions, you could get right up to him. I'd say you could do something sort of quick if you wanted to get really close and do something.
I'll get a little bit closer. Then I think I'm gonna go into my sewing kit. Remove my scissors. The scissors beats paper. And I'm gonna throw my scissors at him.
You're gonna throw your scissors at him. Okay. Very good. All right.
Everyone, postman.
Let's see here.
is the enemy. I know how.
Wait,
I know how this stuff works.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's use your confidence roll for that.
All right. Very confidently throw these scissors.
Mm-hmm.
3.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a meta question. Exactly what the F is the scissors thing about?
Scissors piece paper.
Oh, scissors piece paper. He's assuming that
But
he sees the postman has letters.
you just have like scissors just
Oh,
around.
a sewing kit.
Yeah,
He
I
has
have
a sewing kit. It's a tiny pair of scissors.
Okay, I'm good. I'm done. After the
Fair-
fishing
fair-
rod, I
fair-
should
fair
just shut
clarification.
up and roll with it.
So you throw the scissors. You know what? Let's see what happens real quick for him.
You were fine
real
with
quick,
a Nokia
let's see here.
3301, but the scissors is too far.
No,
Okay.
I held my peace on that because you related it to brick. But
So,
after that,
The postman, actually, he couldn't have rolled that because he skips his next turn. He's
he skips
distracted.
his turn.
That was
so-
my strategy.
Yeah, so he's distracted. You do miss though. Anyway, they land just short. And it's not because you didn't throw it so hard as you could. It's just that you suddenly, as you were throwing it, had second thoughts and doubted yourself.
Oh.
And the throw wasn't as good as it could.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen a lot.
Lands just short.
Yep.
Very good. Okay, so let's see.
Go,
here.
Tommy. I used my scissors as a distraction. Now he's looking down. Shoot him in the face.
It is your turn,
I
Tom.
would like to take his advice and attempt to shoot him in the face.
The
Okay.
perfect plan.
Would you like to aim?
Yes.
You can use your first action to aim
Yes.
and be more precise. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and roll your maturity for that, and then roll your d6 for me.
Oh, maturity is a
For your
1. Oh, back-to-back
Whoa.
ones.
Okay, so
We need to stop using the online system.
okay, so you go to fire your weapon, and aim it, and you then feel a very intense itch in your butt. That it becomes intense. So you're so intense that it's avoidable. You can't think about anything else suddenly.
Itching my butt.
But you still pull the trigger. And
Mhm.
yep, it's an itchy asshole.
Okay.
And Ron,
Huh.
you take a bullet in your left calf.
My favorite one.
Sorry, Ron.
So that hurts a lot. And you're now down on one knee from the wound. You can put in your sheet that you have bullet wound left calf.
Is that
It's
under
bleeding.
current health condition?
Yes.
Yeah, gonna make this box bigger.
Yeah, you need a little, maybe it should be a little bigger.
This box is going to need to be a lot bigger.
So you're not feeling good. That'll happen pretty fast though. Influencer.
This is ridiculous. All I can say is note to self, make sure that the wool underwear, that Tommy stops wearing the wool underwear. Although modern wool is apparently very itchy, not itchy, according to the videos. And I've actually done an ad campaign for Big Wool. Let me see. So that guy's there. Okay, is Pickle? Where's Pickle? What's Pickle Dickle's status?
He ran down the hall So the postmans are in front of you, and there's a hallway that goes off to the left, but you can't see it from where you are. 'Cause you're in a perpendicular hallway.
Man, well, I'm gonna do my self-control roll for the mailman right off the bat. I forgot that was maturity.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I'm assuming every round I just make a self-control roll for the mailman.
I agree.
Okay, it's a 4.
Okay. You're feeling a little less composed now, but you do still have composure.
Okay.
Just on the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna basically just gonna bark at him and what's my brains? Okay, I'm not stupid. I'm gonna try and telepath at him for one action, my first action.
That's the one that lets you influence them to do something, right? Or speak to them.
Speak 4 words to people and possibly sway them.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh God, now I got to figure it out. Hold on.
Oh, actually, yeah. First, tell me what you want to do, then roll.
Well, yeah, I got to come up with my 4 words because
Okay.
I'm gonna let you figure that out.
Right. Well, how about this? You can.
Yeah.
You can You can decide the 4 words.
Yep.
If I say it's
And
successful.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna try and get him to, either join us or find Ralph Nadar. I'm just gonna use find Ralph Nadar.
Okay.
And
Sounds
see how
good.
that goes.
Okay. Go ahead.
And leave it
And roll for
ambiguous.
that then.
So I'm gonna use the voice anyway. I'm a Bene
right.
Gesserit apparently.
Okay. You got a D6 for that one.
Find Ralph Nadar.
And it's a D6? Or no, it's a D.
Yep.
I don't.
I think it's.
I'm
I
gonna
think it's
take.
6 for you.
I'm gonna take umbrage with that because that's like the D6 is my guts roll. That makes no sense. But that's
I never said
okay,
it made sense.
huh? I think it made sense to the other head of the DM.
Yeah, it's making sense. It all makes sense. Trust
All
me.
right, I got a 5. There's a 5 out of 6.
That's good. So yeah. Suddenly, he glazes over the postman
Mhm.
and turns slowly to face the door to his left, and does nothing else, except for reach for the door and turn the handle. And then after he wiggles the handle, he puts his arm back down. And now
Of all the
It
times
is-
not to be able to open a door.
Ron's
Fuck.
turn.
Oh, I've still got another action.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Go ahead.
Well, I'm totally right. Let me see. I can't use diminishing presence on people that aren't present, right? I would love to fuck over Pickle Rick. Okay, no, I can't do that either. Okay, I'm just gonna run up to the door and start scratching at it like pawing at the door and say, let me in, which only Tommy knows. The rest of you just see me scratching.
Yeah. So you run up there.
I gotta pee.
Next to the postman, you're scratching at the door. The postman just tried to grab that handle. Ron, you took a bullet in the leg. You don't really notice much of this. You're really focused on the bullet in your leg. What do you want to do? Ron?
What?
Ron,
Oh, it's your turn. You have a bullet in your leg. That's what you're really focused on. You're down on one knee. It hurts.
you're proposing.
You're bleeding.
It hurts.
Is there a bullet in me or did it go through?
It's in you.
Oh, that's even worse.
Mm.
Oh, I think I'm gonna start backing out of the hall. Just kind of slide myself away on the floor.
Okay. Back towards the direction of the chef's body. Away from the postman.
Yeah.
And away from Tommy. Or past Tommy.
I'm gonna steal VG's idea and use the rod to pull the bullet out.
What?
Fishing rod?
I'm gonna fish the bullet out.
Yeah.
With your fishing rod.
That sounds painful.
Oh, that does sound very
I
fun.
like the idea that you have to cast to do it.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and take the lure and dig into your wound to pull out the bullet. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead and roll
Instead
a
of
gut.
doing that, let's just use part of my sewing kit. So let's not use the hook. I'm sure there's.
Got it. You're gonna go sewing.
Yeah, I'm
Got
sure
it.
there's
Okay.
something.
It's close. All right. So yeah, that makes a little more sense. So we won't roll. We're still gonna roll a guts check. Go ahead and give me a guts check.
All right, sure. Oh no.
What'd you get there?
Yeah, there's a
On a
glitch in
different
chat
page.
though.
Let's see. Uh-oh. It's definitely redeemed glitch. Uh-oh. On the sewing kit. Oh no.
Well, I'm
Okay.
willing to bet that you didn't get mom's scissors.
All right.
I used the good scissors.
You used the good scissors, didn't you?
You are really good with that sewing kit. Even under duress, surprisingly, you're able to dig into your wound and locate the bullet with the tip of the needle. And just as you start to dig it out, despite all the pain that's happening really quickly here and the blood, you feel the needle snap in half inside your wound.
Oh, when that hits my heart, I'm gonna die. So we're working on borrowed time. Let's go find Ralph.
Roll new
All right,
character.
Tommy, you hear him say that. You don't really know what he's doing behind you. You're focused in front of you. The postman comes to. He now notices the dog at his feet. He feels compelled to find Ralph Nadar, but then remembers he's on the other side of that door. And stops looking for Nadar and now notices the dog with the bazooka on his back at his feet.
Well, I'm also scratching at the door.
Scratching at the door.
Like I've got to go pee-pees.
You just say, "What the hell kind of dog are you?" And then he's going to take a couple steps backwards towards, which you now notice as you head towards the door that at the end of that hallway, the smell of Dickle goes down that hallway. You don't see him, but you do see a long desk along that hallway, and you're assuming that might be the nurse's station. You see some computers there, and he's heading back that way, and he's now standing in front of that long desk. And he's going to reach into his bag again and draw out 3 letters and ready himself. Now it is Tommy's turn. Tommy, he goes out of view. You only see the dog scratching his leg on the door at the end of the hallway in front of you, and behind you, Ron has been groaning and said something about we need to find Ralph Nadar.
All right. I'm going to offer some of the any of the medicine that I got out of the pharmacy to Ron. Accidentally shooting him.
Okay. Great. So turning around, you recognize he's in pain. You watch him try to dig something out of his leg, and then it suddenly looks a lot worse, and he looks very uncomfortable. Then he says that thing about finding Nadar, and then you pull out of your bag the syringe and start drawing the painkiller. No, the painkillers were pills.
Yeah, I think all he's got blood sugar medicine.
Just pills. So sorry, you only have the pills. Oh, you have the blood sugar. He gave him the blood sugar medicine, but he has painkillers. So you open the bottle and take a handful of the pills, I guess, out and offer them up to Ron.
Yes.
I think you said sorry for shooting
What's
you.
the recommended dosage?
Just take a couple, and if you don't feel better, try more in a few minutes.
All right, you're the doctor.
How many are you taking?
A couple, then if I don't feel better, a few more in a few minutes.
a few minutes. Okay, so you take the whole handful of pills from him. You estimate it's roughly 15 pills. You take 3, put them in your mouth, and wait. Tommy, you get another action. You want to do anything else?
I'm going to check up on the influencer.
Okay, so you're gonna use your other action to head down to the end of the hall. As you get to the end of the hall, you look to your left and you see the postman to your left and the influencer's right there. That's the end of your turn. Influencer, your turn. You recognize Tommy's close to you now.
Do I smell Ralph Nadar on the other side?
You smell what smells like an old man.
I smell an old man. Oh, what's that basement smell? It's like weird Barbie. All right, I smell weird Barbie on the other side of the door. I think he's on the other side. Let's open her up. I have no idea. I should look at the rectangle that is near the door, but I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna keep scratching. Gotta go.
You do notice that there's a little a clipboard holder next to the door, and there is a clipboard on it.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything to you, but you do notice that. And Tommy, you notice that as well. Okay, so you're just going to continue scratching at the door. You said out loud
to Tommy either.
I think he's on the other side of the door. Do you want to respond to anything before we move on to the next person's turn, Tom?
Nope.
He said he thinks he's on the side of the door. Okay, so you heard him.
Oh, and also, is it actually my turn? My turn?
Oh, yep, you get it. Yeah, you should.
I get a second thing. And I notice Knucklehead has letters.
He's got 3 in his hand, and he spread them out like Gambit.
Okay. I do not trust this gentleman. I'm going to use telekinesis and try and drop one of the letters into his shirt.
Okay, like out of his hand or out of the bag?
Or is he wearing pants, by the way?
He's wearing short shorts.
Oh, he's going for the UPS gambit. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna try and drop one into his shirt.
Okay, one of the ones he's holding or one of the ones in his bag?
Holding.
Okay.
Because why not? Why not? They're the only ones I can see. So I'm guessing it's kind of that. I'm gonna declare it's a line of sight thing.
Okay. So
it's only a D4. It's a D4 is how much I can lift, but I don't know how to do give me
the D4 roll. You do it, and it's going to be limited in some ways by your brawn, but this is very light, so it's not a matter of weight.
Roll the 1.
A 1.
Like Jeez, everybody else tonight.
I don't know if I've seen so many ones. Of course, you're rolling on small dice, but still really terrible. Okay.
No, every single one of us, no matter what the die. Yeah.
You go to use your telekinesis, and you happen to shake loose one letter from his grip. It falls slowly to the floor. End of your turn. Ron, you feel a little woozy. Surprisingly, really quickly. You can put that on your sheet. Woozy.
Hurting, burnt, bullet wound, left calf.
Woozy.
Needle in bullet wound.
The
needle heading toward heart.
Needle in bloodstream.
Maybe you could invent some kind of a device to strap to your chest to hold it magnetically away.
Death imminent. All right, got it.
Death imminent.
All right, Ron. Feeling woozy. You got a couple actions here. You're on the ground, but you weren't like knocked on the ground, so I'm not going to charge you an action to get back up.
Oh, magnet fishing. It's not a bad idea. How do they work? Now I'm gonna have to use my trump card and use my Nokia 3301, and I'm gonna call my contact three hole punch man.
Okay,
calling in the big guns.
Yeah. You hit the fast dial number 3. Yep. 3-hole punch man. You remember the day as you do it. You remember the day you switched it from fast dial number 1 because he used to be 1-hole punch man. You call, it rings. It rings.
Don't worry, guys. He always answers. He never.
And he answers and he says, "Hey, Ron, is that you?"
Hey, buddy.
What's going, man? Long time no see.
You know when you said to call you if I never needed anything.
Did I say that?
No. Well, I imagine you did the one time I took your number from when you were giving it to someone else. I wrote it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But I overheard you tell that to someone else one time.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we're pretty cool. What's going on, man? Maybe I can help you out. You know, maybe what you need.
Do you know where Ralph Nadar is?
Yeah, I know who Ralph Nadar is.
Oh, okay. We're trying to find him at the hospital, and I think we're in a gunfight of sorts.
Jeez.
Yeah, maybe just calls maybe a little backup on the second floor.
Yeah,
Third
I
floor.
believe we're on the second floor.
It's the third floor.
Yeah.
Through the.
There's ground, second, and third. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Sorry,
third.
apologize.
You know, I was just on the third floor. I thought, who better to call than 3-hole punch? You know, third.
Wait, is anyone around you, man? Can they hear you?
Yeah.
Don't use my name around other people while you're calling me with my real line.
No.
What do you want, man? You need help or something? You want me to come there and help
Yeah.
you? All right. Which hospital are you in, man? And what do you got for me? I'm not really sure if I should stop what I'm doing. I mean, we're close, but not really that close. And I only remember you from that one time.
I got that. Do you like drugs?
I do.
Hey, I got a line on some good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff.
That's good enough for me. All right. I'll be on the way.
Wait, why does it always come down to drugs with us? I mean, this is in other games.
I mean, we're in a hospital, so it kind of.
Oh no,
itself.
I'm referring to the Aliens game where we're both drug smugglers.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
right. That.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, we are at that. We're gonna have to wrap it up, sadly, because it's 10:30. We've done some extraordinary things here. Terrible, but extraordinary.
That goddamn chef.
Extraordinarily terrible. So we'll pick up next time where we left off here. See what happens with the postman. Thanks for playing along, guys. That was fun.
Great as usual.
Thanks for hosting.
It's exciting. Yeah. All right. So I now we're gonna talk about the other streams. I don't know if I can do the raid. I guess I could do a raid. Are any of you guys mods?
I think
can you do set the raid up?
That might still be around to set up a raid.
It's not around?
Special call out to Video Game Mermaid, Mr. Goliath Man, just otherness. I wrote down notes for all the stuff you guys redeemed. I just want to put it in a little bit more better place. I have a note written down here though, so I'll try to do my best to remember. I really focused on that this week. Normally I rely on my other GM to be better about that stuff and let me know what's going on. So I think I'll be better than I was last week on redeeming that stuff next time. I'm going to bring up, so we got a lot of exciting stuff going on with the channel this week, as always. Different stuff every day of the week almost, starting with tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Cookie Trek. Tim, you know the guy who does this, don't you? Do you want to ask him if
I
you want to do this
watch
for him?
you stumble through this.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
I'm vindictive.
I
You know what? You know that guy Simon. He's a cat.
Too much of an
Simon.
opportunity. Okay, so
Yeah.
Cookie Trek, the Doctor Dilemma. While waiting out a storm. Oh, I lost my camera. Okay, I waited too long. I spent too much time yammering on about it. Okay, here we go. Doctor Dilemma. While waiting out a storm, the crew has to decide who you are if you were not a doctor. Okay.
That's a pun. That's supposed to be a pun on I'm a doctor, not a blank.
I'm a doctor, man.
The worst part is if you have to explain, it's funny because it's not funny.
It's not. Yeah. Well,
No.
I'm sure it probably makes great sense on Cookie Trek.
It does
Anything else you
not.
want to say about Cookie Trek?
It does not make sense. And
Cool.
we
Just like
have
this
some
show.
cookies
Just like
that
this
were
show.
shipped to us by Lords and Ladies of Fate. So we will have special cookies that may give Rufus the Robot pancreatitis.
Right. Okay.
Come and see us sacrifice our health.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I like special cookies. All right.
Very special
Sunday
cookies.
at 9 p.m. this coming Sunday, Eastern Time, Tomb Chicka-Tomb. The party is exploring the first level of the infamous Tomb of the Nine Gods. So far, they've dropped a glowing pebble on a Clive Barker-inspired skeleton, examined a crystal window, found a magic ring, followed a mysterious masked figure to a secret door, lost a magic warhammer to a magnetic rust trap, and obliterated a shadow demon. Now, the Cure is bleeding out after a gas explosion in Cure, capital Cure. So
It's a
Robert
character.
Smith?
Yeah. Now the Cure is, that's all I can think of, is bleeding out after a gas explosion in the sewers, and something is moving in the darkness. Tune in on Sunday to see more chaos unfold. That is Tomb of Annihilation, I guess, guys, or Tomb of the Nine Gods.
Annihilation is the campaign.
Same. Okay.
Yep.
Monday, 8:30 Eastern Time, Star Trek Back in Business. The 162nd rule, Cash Dash, is still trying to find the treacherous little imp Grell. And when will Lyra and Darvo pick up the hail? Is this supposed to be trail?
Nope.
No, it's
Hail, like,
as in hailing
stones.
frequencies. Oh, this is a Star Trek
Oh,
game?
hail. Pick up
So
the hail.
somebody's
Got it.
called, somebody's pick up the phone.
And then Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Conan. Enough said. Wednesday? I have no idea. Thursday.
That's what's his name's problem.
Is that
Good Devils. That's Good
Oh,
Devils.
the Devil's game. Right,
Yes.
cool. Yeah. Is that a D&D game?
Nether.
Nether.
It's Nether. The Nether regions. It's
The
Curse of
Nether
the Nether regions.
Curse of the Nether region.
Yes, I
Sounds-
like that better than what he's come up with.
I like that name. I hope he renames it to Curse of
I
the
want
Nether
him
regions.
to.
If not, I'm going to steal it. Okay.
He spent $15 on the module.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
That's not too bad. I
Sam-
think $15 ain't bad.
Yeah, that's
All
like
right,
having a blue check mark next to your name. Okay, that's what that is.
I mean, that's success.
Yes.
Right? That's what
You
it means
must
in
be
America.
taken seriously because you spent money.
You're the real you.
Mm,
You want everyone to know. All right.
Respect.
So, yep, respect.
sorry. Shut up.
I'm fine.
I rather shut up and let you get on with this shit.
And next Thursday we're presumably doing Riffs Sea Wolves campaign. Let's see what happens with our party of Bugman and Drunkman and Catman, and who else am I leaving out? Is your a priest? Is he Gideon's a priest, right? Okay, a priest. And what is your character in that one? Billy?
He's a bodyguard for
Bodyguard
for
okay.
Alexi.
For the drunk guy.
Why
Yep.
does this
Who's
sound
also
like
a cook.
the beginning of a joke? A priest, a bodyguard, and a rabbi.
Uh-huh. Yep. And they're all on a floating island
Yep.
and in the Rifts world, and they are enforcers for the police force on that island, and that floating island city, and they go around doing various jobs, which usually are pretty extraordinary as well, like this. So thanks, guys. I think that covers everything we're going to do this week, and we hope you tune in for some of that stuff, and I hope to see you next time we do this. We're raiding now, so please hang around for the raid. Represent our channel well. Help us spread the name. And thanks again for watching tonight. Thanks for our players for
Thank
playing.
you.
You guys were
You guys
awesome.
were awesome.
Had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks,
for doing
guys.
this.
Thanks,
no
Matt,
problem.
for
I
running
look
the
forward to doing it again.
cast.
Yeah,
thanks for
back
running
to
the channel.
behind
Thank
the
you
house.
so
Yep.
much.
Production.
Thanks
you
for
guys.
putting up with shenanigans and my coughing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really hear that much coughing. Maybe I just was tuning it out. Anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. It's a long wave for almost rating.
It's
Almost
a
rating.
long way.
Almost.
We're doing this
Bye.
for YouTube now. We're doing